Everywhere on the internet people are talking about Rizz this, Rizz that. So why don't we add a GTA factor in it? Basically Rizz Score of GTA protagonists. Claude's actions speak louder than words, and that can be attractive. He's got that strong, silent type thing going on, which some people dig. But let's be real. His communication skills are pretty much non-existent, which doesn't exactly scream smooth operator. His loyalty to the people he works with, especially the ladies like Catalina and Maria, shows he's got some redeeming qualities. But then again, getting manipulated into crime sprees isn't exactly a Rizz move. If we're talking Rizz Score, I'd have to give Claude a solid 5 out of 10. He's got that mysterious appeal, but the lack of actual conversation skills and tendency to get caught up in dangerous situations knocks him down a few pegs. He's right in the middle. Not completely hopeless, but definitely not a Rizz master either. Tommy. First off, Tommy's got that classic Italian-American swagger that just draws people in. He's confident without being cocky, and he knows how to work a room. Whether he's schmoozing with corrupt politicians or sweet-talking the ladies at the Malibu Club, Tommy's always got the right words at the right time. His fashion sense is on point too. Those Hawaiian shirts and sharp suits, Tommy knows how to dress to impress. And in the neon-soaked world of Vice City, that goes a long way. He's always looking fresh, even when he's knee-deep in the criminal underworld. Let's talk about his voice. Ray Liotta's performance gives Tommy this raspy, authoritative tone that just commands respect. When he speaks, people listen, and that's a key part of his appeal. He's got that perfect blend of tough guy attitude and smooth operator charm. Tommy's also got ambition, and there's something magnetic about a man with a plan. He doesn't just accept his place in the world, he carves out his own empire. That kind of drive and success is seriously attractive to a lot of people. But it's not just about the surface-level stuff. Tommy shows loyalty to his friends and partners, like Ken Rosenberg and Lance Vance, before the betrayal anyway. He's got a code of honor, even if it's a bit twisted by his criminal lifestyle. That depth of character adds to his appeal. Now, let's not forget his wit. Tommy's got a sharp sense of humor, often dropping one-liners that are both funny and cool. He can banter with the best of them, whether he's trading barbs with Ricardo Diaz or flirting with Mercedes Cortez. Speaking of Mercedes, Tommy's interactions with her show he can be smooth and charming when he wants to be. He knows how to turn on the charm without coming across as desperate or fake. Tommy's also adaptable. He can fit in with the high rollers at a fancy party or hang with the rougher crowd at the docks. That versatility is a key part of his Rizz. He can connect with all sorts of people on their level. Of course, we can't ignore the fact that he's a criminal. But in the world of Vice City, that bad boy image actually adds to his appeal for many characters. He's dangerous, but in an exciting way that draws people in rather than pushing them away. Considering all these factors, the confidence, the style, the ambition, the charm, the wit, and that undeniable charisma, I'd have to give Tommy Vercetti a solid 9 out of 10 on the Rizz scale. He's not perfect. Who is? But he's about as close as you can get in the neon-drenched, morally ambiguous world of Vice City, GTA San Andreas. CJ's got that boy-next-door thing going on, if your neighbor happened to be a street-smart hustler with a heart of gold. He's relatable, you know? Started from the bottom, now he's here. That rags to riches story? It's got appeal written all over it. Let's talk about his personality. CJ's got this easygoing nature that just draws people in. He can crack jokes with his homies 1 minute and smooth talk a business deal the next. Versatility? Check. And let's be real, his one-liners are fire. Ah shit, here we go again. Isn't just a meme, it's a lifestyle. Now CJ's got game with the ladies too. Remember his thing with Catalina? Okay, maybe that's not the best example. Girl was crazier than a bag of cats. But how about Denise or Michelle? CJ knows how to treat a lady right, even if he's not always the most committed. Speaking of commitment, let's give our boy props for loyalty. Sticking by Sweet and the gang through thick and thin? That's some ride-or-die energy right there. Loyalty is sexy, and CJ's got it in spades. CJ's also got that chameleon quality. He can blend in anywhere from the streets of Los Santos to the glitz of Las Venturas. Adaptability is key in the Rizz game, and CJ's got it on lock. But let's not forget his flaws. They actually make him more endearing. He's not perfect, and he knows it. That self-awareness? It's oddly charming. Plus, watching him go from scrawny to swole at the gym? Talk about a glow-up. Now, we gotta dock some points for his fashion sense early in the game. That white tank and jeans combo? It's giving, I just rolled out of bed and chose violence. But hey, he cleans up nice when he needs to. CJ's also got that entrepreneurial spirit. From owning businesses to pulling off elaborate heists, he's always hustling. Ambition is attractive, even if it's not always on the right side of the law. Let's not forget his skills either. The man can drive, fly, and parkour his way through the state. Nothing says smooth operator like backflipping off a building and sticking the landing. So, what's the verdict on CJ's Rizz? Considering his charm, loyalty, adaptability, and that underdog appeal, I'm giving CJ a solid 8 out of 10. He might not have Tommy Vercetti's polished charm, but CJ's got a down-to-earth appeal that's hard to resist. In the end, CJ's the kind of guy you'd want to grab a burger with at the Cluckin' Bell, then maybe help him take over the state. Tony Cipriani. Tony's all about that old-school mafia charm. He's got that classic Italian-American mobster energy that some folks find irresistible. Picture The Godfather, but with a bit more sass and a lot more pizza. Now, Tony's not exactly winning any beauty contests. Let's be real. He's rocking that I eat pasta for every meal bod. But hey, dad bods were in before they were even a thing, right? Plus, he's got that rugged, lived-in look that some people dig. Personality-wise, Tony's got a temper hotter than a fresh slice of Mama Cipriani's lasagna. But you know what? There's something oddly charming about his passion. When Tony cares about something, or someone, he goes all in. Loyalty? This guy's got it in spades. Tony's also got that mama's boy thing going on. Sure, his relationship with his mom is complicated, understatement of the century, but it shows he can commit. That's gotta count for something in the Rizz department, right? He's not the smoothest talker, but Tony's got a certain blunt charm. He tells it like it is, no filter. In a world of smooth-talking con artists, there's something refreshing about his straightforwardness. Ambition is attractive, and Tony's got enough drive to fuel a rocket. He's always hustling, always looking for the next big score. On the downside, Tony's about as subtle as a brick through a window. Romantic candlelit dinner? More like, let's go blow up some rival gang members. Not exactly swoon-worthy for everyone. All things considered, I'm giving Tony Cipriani a 6 out of 10 on the Rizz scale. He's got some charm, but it's an acquired taste, like a fine wine, or maybe more like a strong cheese. You either love it or you don't. Now, let's move on to Victor Vance. Victor's the straight arrow soldier turned reluctant criminal. He's got that good guy forced to do bad things appeal that can be seriously attractive. Think of him as the Boy Scout who learned to bend the rules, but still wants to do right. Physically, Vic's got it going on. He's rocking that military physique, and he knows how to wear a uniform. Even when he's in civvies, he's got that disciplined, put-together look that turns heads. Personality-wise, Victor's got depth. He's not just another mindless tough guy. He's thoughtful, often struggling with the moral implications of his actions. That complexity is seriously appealing to a lot of people. Vic's also a family man at heart. His devotion to his brother and his willingness to do whatever it takes to help his sick brother? That's some grade A loyalty right there. Nothing says relationship material like a guy who'd go to the mat for his family. Vic's not the most talkative guy, but when he speaks, it matters. He's got a quiet confidence that's way more appealing than loud bravado. Plus, he's got a dry sense of humor that comes out now and then, showing there's more to him than just a serious soldier. On the downside, Vic can be a bit naive at times, which might be a turnoff for some. And let's face it, his luck with the ladies in the game isn't great. Poor guy can't catch a break. All in all though, Victor Vance has got a solid Rizz game going on. He's got the looks, the depth, and that bad boy with a heart of gold appeal. I'm giving Vic a respectable 7.5 out of 10 on the Rizz scale. He might not be the smoothest operator in Vice City, but he's got a charm all his own. Finally, Nico. Nico's got that mysterious foreign charm working for him big time. That Eastern European accent? It's like catnip for some folks in Liberty City. He's got this world-weary, seen-it-all vibe that's intriguing as hell. It's like he walks straight out of a gritty European crime drama and into the streets of LC. Let's talk looks. Nico's not your typical pretty boy, but he's got this rugged, battle-hardened appearance that's got its own appeal. He cleans up nice when he needs to. but mostly he's rocking that "I could be a model or I could kill you with my bare hands" look. It's a thin line, and Nico walks it like a pro. He's got that dry, sometimes dark sense of humor that catches people off guard. When he drops a sardonic one-liner, you can't help but chuckle, even if you feel a little bad about it afterwards. Now, Nico's not exactly Mr. Sunshine and Rainbows. The guy's seen some shit, and it shows. But you know what? That brooding, troubled past thing? It works for him. People want to be the one to break through that tough exterior, to be the reason he smiles. Let's not forget his loyalty. Once Nico's on your side, he's ride or die. Just look at how he sticks by Roman despite all the trouble he causes. That kind of dedication, it's attractive as hell. Nico's also got skills for days. He can drive like a pro, shoot like a marksman, and has the street smarts to survive in a city that wants to eat him alive. Competence is sexy, and Nico's got it in spades. On the dating front, Nico's actually pretty smooth when he wants to be. Remember his interactions with Michelle? Okay, bad example given who she turned out to be. Or Kate. The guy knows how to turn on the charm when it counts. But let's be real, Nico's also got his issues. He's carrying around more baggage than Liberty City Airport. His trust issues and tendency to push people away can be a real Rizz killer. And let's not even get into his career choices. So what do you do for a living? Is not a first date question Nico wants to hear. Still, there's something undeniably compelling about Nico. He's a man of contradictions, tough yet vulnerable, cynical yet hopeful, dangerous yet protective. It's a mix that's hard to resist. I'm giving Nico Bellic a solid 8 out of 10 on the Rizz scale. He's not trying to be smooth, and that's exactly what makes him appealing. Nico's the kind of guy who could tell you he's taking you bowling and somehow make it sound like the most romantic thing in the world. Luis Lopez. Luis is like the smooth operator of the GTA 4 era. This dude's got style for days. He's rocking designer clothes, got that perfectly groomed facial hair, and he's built like he lives at the gym, which, let's be real, he kinda does. Luis is the guy you'd expect to see on a billboard in Star Junction, not running guns through Algonquin. Personality-wise, Luis is charisma incarnate. He's got that effortless cool that makes everyone want to be his friend or, you know, more than friends. Whether he's schmoozing with socialites or trading quips with his boys, Luis always seems to have the right words. His background adds to his appeal too. Coming up from the streets of Northwood to becoming Tony Prince's right-hand man? That's a come-up story if I ever heard one. Luis has got that street smarts meets high society vibe that's seriously intriguing. Let's not forget his skills with the ladies. Luis is a certified player. He's got women falling for him left and right, from random hookups to more complicated entanglements. The man's got game, no doubt about it. But Luis isn't just a pretty face. He's loyal to a fault, especially to Tony. That kind of dedication is attractive, even if it does land him in hot water more often than not. On the flip side, Luis's player lifestyle might be a turnoff for some. And let's be real, his decision-making skills when it comes to staying out of trouble are about as solid as a sandcastle in a hurricane. All things considered, I'm giving Luis Lopez a 9 out of 10 on the Rizz scale. The man's practically oozing charm from every pore. He's the kind of guy who could talk his way into, or out of, just about anything. Now, let's switch gears and talk about Johnny Kleitz, the biker with a heart of, well, not gold, but something. Johnny's got a whole different kind of appeal going on. He's not trying to be smooth or stylish. He's all about that rugged biker bad boy vibe. He's rocking that leather jacket and bandana, look like he was born in them. Johnny's as straightforward as they come. He's not gonna sweet-talk you or shower you with compliments. But if Johnny's got your back, you know he means it. There's something oddly appealing about his no-nonsense attitude. Johnny's got that leadership quality too. The way he holds the loss together, or tries to anyway, shows he's got depth beyond just being a tough guy. He's smart, strategic, and fiercely loyal to his chosen family. Now, Johnny's not exactly a looker in the conventional sense. He's got that weathered, lived-in face that tells a story of hard miles and harder living. But for some, that's exactly what makes him attractive. He's real, you know? When it comes to romance, Johnny's got a complicated situation with Ashley. It's not exactly a fairy tale, but it shows he's capable of deep feelings. even if he's not great at expressing them. On the downside, Johnny's got a temper that could give a volcano a run for its money. And his lifestyle isn't exactly conducive to stable relationships. Plus, let's be honest, personal hygiene probably isn't high on his priority list. Taking all this into account, I'm giving Johnny Kleitz a 6.5 out of 10 on the Rizz scale. He's not trying to charm anyone, and that's kind of his charm. Johnny's the guy you end up with after realizing all the smooth talkers are full of it. GTA 5 time starting with Michael. Michael's got that whole retired criminal trying to go straight vibe going on. And surprisingly, it kinda works for him. He's like the bad boy who's trying to be good, but can't quite shake off his past. It's a midlife crisis with a body count. Let's talk looks. Michael's rocking that middle-aged dad bod, but he wears it with confidence. He's not exactly hitting the gym like Franklin, but he's got that, I used to be dangerous, and I could be again, energy. Plus, those suits he wears, they're giving serious mob boss chic. Personality-wise, Michael's a walking contradiction, and that's part of his charm. He's cynical as hell, dropping sarcastic one-liners like they're going out of style. But beneath all that snark, there's a guy who's actually pretty vulnerable. It's like he's a hard-boiled noir detective, and a lost puppy rolled into one. Now, Michael's family life is a hot mess, no doubt. But you gotta give the guy credit for trying. He's not winning any Father of the Year awards, but his awkward attempts at connecting with his kids are oddly endearing. It's like watching a bear try to use a smartphone. Hilarious and kinda sweet at the same time. Let's not forget his bromance with Franklin. Michael's got that mentor vibe going on, showing he's capable of genuine connections. Sure, he might lead Franklin into a life of crime, but hey, at least he's supportive, right? Michael's also got that silver screen obsession, which adds a layer of depth to his character. Nothing says complex like a criminal who quotes old movies and dreams of being a producer. It's like if Tony Soprano decided he wanted to be Martin Scorsese. On the downside, Michael's got more issues than a magazine stand. His temper flares up faster than a Michael Bay explosion, and his idea of solving problems usually involves high-speed chases or shootouts. Not exactly smooth. And let's be real, his track record with loyalty is about as stable as a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Just ask Trevor, or Brad, or his own family. But here's the thing. Despite all his flaws, or maybe because of them, Michael's got a certain charm. He's messed up, he knows it, and he's trying to do better. Sometimes. When he's not robbing banks or stealing from the FIB. Taking all this into account, I'm giving Michael DeSanta a 7 out of 10 on the Rizz scale. He's not the smoothest operator in Los Santos, but he's got that world-weary charm that some people find irresistible. Michael's the kind of guy who could take you on a date to a classy restaurant, charm you with movie trivia, then end the night in a high-speed police chase. Is it a healthy relationship? Probably not. But it sure as hell wouldn't be boring. Trevor's Rizz game is, well, it's something else. This guy's about as subtle as a Molotov cocktail at a garden party. He's got that wild, unhinged energy that's equal parts terrifying and weirdly magnetic. Looks-wise, Trevor's rocking that I haven't showered in a week and I might be on several watch lists aesthetic. He's got a face that says, I've seen things you people wouldn't believe, and most of those things were probably his own doing. But you know what? There's a certain rugged charm there. It's like if Wolverine decided to become a meth dealer instead of an X-Man. Personality? Trevor's got it in spades, and by it, I mean absolute insanity. He's unpredictable, violent, and has mood swings faster than a cat on a hot tin roof. But here's the kicker. He's also weirdly loyal, and occasionally shows flashes of brilliance. It's like someone took a philosophy professor, a feral raccoon, and a demolitions expert, threw them in a blender, and out came Trevor. His love life is, unconventional to say the least. Remember his thing with Ron's wife? Or his obsession with Michael? Trevor's idea of romance is probably closer to Stockholm Syndrome than anything you'd see in a rom-com. But here's the thing. Trevor's got moments of unexpected sweetness. His friendship with Wade, his loyalty to Michael when he's not trying to kill him, even his weird relationship with his mom. It shows there's more to him than just the crazy. Trevor's also got that doesn't give a F attitude that some find attractive. He's unapologetically himself, even if himself is a tornado of chaos and bad decisions. On the Rizz scale, I'm giving Trevor a solid 5 out of 10. He's definitely not for everyone, Or most people, really. But for those who like their partners wild, unpredictable, and possibly wanted in several states, Trevor's your man. Just maybe keep the first date in a padded room, yeah? Now, let's move on to Franklin Clinton, the young hustler turned big-time criminal. Franklin's got that classic started-from-the-bottom appeal. He's ambitious, street-smart, and always looking to improve himself. That drive? It's attractive as hell. Looks-wise, Franklin's got it going on. He's fit, stylish, and knows how to dress for success, whether that's in a suit for a heist or streetwear for cruising around Los Santos. Plus, he's got that million-dollar smile that could charm the stars out of the sky. Personality-wise, Franklin's the most level-headed of the GTA 5 trio. He's got a good head on his shoulders, even if he sometimes makes questionable life choices, like, becoming a career criminal. His sarcastic sense of humor and ability to call out BS make him relatable and likable. Franklin's loyalty is one of his most attractive traits. Whether it's sticking by his aunt, even when she's driving him crazy, looking out for his boy Lamar, or being the glue that holds the volatile Michael-Trevor partnership together, Franklin's a ride-or-die friend. He's also got that fish-out-of-water charm when he starts moving in higher circles. Watching him navigate the world of high-stakes crime and wealthy Vinewood types while staying true to himself is oddly endearing. On the romance front, Franklin's got game. Remember his thing with Tanisha? Or how he can smooth-talk his way through various encounters? The man knows how to turn on the charm when he needs to. He can drive like a pro, he's a crack shot, and he's always working on self-improvement. Competence is sexy, and Franklin's got it in spades. But Franklin can be a bit too easily led at times, and his ambition sometimes blinds him to the consequences of his actions. But hey, nobody's perfect, right? All things considered, I'm giving Franklin a solid 8.5 out of 10 on the Rizz scale. He's got the looks, the charm, the ambition, and that good guy in a bad situation appeal that's hard to resist. Franklin's the kind of guy who could take you on a date that starts with a fancy dinner and ends with a high-speed chase, and somehow make both seem equally romantic, and we are done. What do you think of my scores? Let me know in the comments and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Till then, take care and have a nice day.